For tonight's delight, we're going to have chicken and rice. So what you're going to need for this is chicken. I got split chicken breasts that I'm going to debone and cut up. 1 bag of white rice. There's about 2.5 cups in there. You need 5 cups of water and 2 bottles of teriyaki sauce. What we're going to actually do is chunk the chicken up into small cubes, and we're going to boil the chicken in the teriyaki sauce till it's done. We're going to cook the rice, and then we'll put the chicken and teriyaki sauce over the rice. It'll be delicious. The first thing we're going to start with is the rice. 2.5 cups of rice in there. I need 5 cups of water. We're going to bring that to a boil while the rice is in there. I'm going to add all of it right in. Then our other 2 secret ingredients, butter, plenty of it, and then the other super secret one, salt. So we're going to let that come to a boil. We're going to cover it tightly when we get there. Reduce to simmer, and then let that sit for 15 to 20 minutes until all the water is absorbed in the rice. Then we'll pull it off the heat, pull the cover off, and fluff all that rice up with a fork, and it will be ready. We'll get our chicken breast out, and these are split breasts, so they have skin and bone. First thing I'm going to do is get rid of the skin. Sometimes I like it, but it doesn't particularly go in this chicken and rice meal for me. So we'll get rid of that. Little pieces of chicken fat we're going to get rid of. And then what I'm going to do to get that breast off the bone, you can see the rib cage and stuff in there. This is a little frozen from the store still. Get under that rib cage. You can follow it right around with your knife. I might have to thaw this chicken a little bit. Follow right around them ribs. You get that started, you can work your way right down in there. So we got the rib cage off. Now we're down to the half a wishbone. We're just gonna trim that out, and then that's nothing. Lightly trim off that fat, and you can leave a little on there, it's not going to hurt you. So on a chicken breast, there's some main pieces. You got the inner loin, and that's going to look like that. I'm going to get that piece of cartilage out of the center, and now's a good time to just start hacking. Put that piece there. And then that piece and that tough piece will come out. So I'm just going to go through and chunk them up. And you can see they're not too big. And all that is going to go into our deep cast iron skillet. When I get everything in there, we'll dump in the teriyaki sauce and start mixing it. To get the other 2 pieces, you'll see a natural line down the center of that breast. I'm just going to split it there, split it down the center. So there's that piece. And then the other side. And as that breast gets bigger, I'm just making my chunks a little thinner. There you go, there's 1/2 of a breast. And we are gonna use 6 halves for a total of 3 whole chicken breasts. We'll get these 2 done up, and then we'll be back for the rest of it. Second method, if you don't have a really sharp knife, and you can rip the fat off if you want. The thing I wanted to show you is, if you have to, you find that center bone right there. We got to get that cut out. But then you can actually take your thumbs and follow that piece of cartilage in that whole rib cage and just work them side to side, and that will get you all the way through there. Just follow that rib cage with your fingers. Some little parts you'll have to cut. And that fat don't want to pull away. But all I did was follow that rib cage right around there with my fingers, and then your chicken is free. So we got 3 chicken breasts cut up. The rice is getting close. I have flipped it a few times just to make sure it doesn't burn on the bottom. But now that I got my 3 breasts in, I'm going to put one of the teriyaki sauce in. So there's one, and if you want to get all the teriyaki sauce, you add a little bit of water. Shake that up. This water is going to boil out when we're cooking the chicken anyways. But that'll get the last little bit out of the bottle for you. So Gage is just finishing up on the last one, but that's what we're going to have. 6 chicken breast in 2 bottles of teriyaki sauce, boiling. Chicken is cooking up right now. It's been boiling, or simmering rather, at right on low for about 15-20 minutes now. And I'm going to give it about a half an hour. But chicken, you want to go to 165 internal temperature. You can check it with a thermometer or break one open. I can tell just by the texture right now it's not ready. When we get some that's cooked up really good, we'll take a look at what I'm talking about, but they're still pretty flimsy, so plan on at least a half an hour of lightly boiling this. The longer the better, the more flavor you can get into the chicken. Tonight it's going to be great, but tomorrow it's going to be amazing. That chicken appears to be done. We'll pull out one of the biggest pieces, and tastes good. We'll check it, make sure we get 165. And we're way past 165, so we're more than done. So that is ready to serve. Our rice is finished, our chicken's finished. Now we'll take up one big scoop of rice and put that right down in the bottom. And then we'll take our ladle and we'll put some chicken over the top of that with a little bit of that teriyaki sauce for flavor. And there we go. Chicken and rice.